Today, we are surprising one of our crew members, and we're not going to tell you which one, with a brand old Harley Davidson. So stick around to find out who gets it. Guess what?
What?
We're going on an adventure.
Any favorite rocket ship?
Zooming through the sky. Where are we going?
Out of state, that's all I know.
We're going to Spokane, Washington.
Is it Spokane or Spokane?
Spokane. So we've been having some issues with our Duramax. It's a pile of crap. We're headed up to Washington State to look at a truck that we're potentially going to buy.
Is that a dually?
No, it's just a single wheelbase, but it is a long bed.
Dualies are so sexy. The Ford's dualies.
That is true. He's not lying. I've been texting this guy that's got a truck for sale, so we're going to go meet him, take a look at it, and potentially drive it home. Well, that's why we brought Hillbilly.
I'll nap.
No.
It's your brand new vehicle. You're going to drive it like you did the Charger the whole way. She'll be so excited.
No. We're going to make Hillbilly drive it. See this? Operation Get to Spokane. Retrieve my bag. Completed. So we landed in Spokane and we are all sorts of hungry. So first stop, we're headed to a little place called
Cottage, I know
the
that.
Cottage Cafe. Right here in Spokane, Washington.
We have to hurry. We're going to get Hillbilly a Harley.
He deserves this, and we're super pumped. So we flew all the way to Spokane, Washington, and now we're driving to Omak, Washington to go pick it up for him. So he's gonna get in the car real quick. So we just got done with breakfast. I'm not joking. The Cottage Cafe in Spokane, Washington, probably the best breakfast I've had in a very, very long time. We've got about 150 miles to Omak.
150 miles?
150 miles, and then we've got a 2022 Ford F-350! All the fireworks. Yeah! Do it.
Well, guess what?
Be with me.
Peace out, Girl Scout. I'm taking a nap.
Okay, that's fine, but yeah! Hillbilly can't even wait to drive it back to Utah. All right, so we had to sneak into the gas station because I just got a text message from the owner of the Harley, and he literally just told me that the Harley's not running.
And Hillbilly's supposed to drive it home.
And Hillbilly, yeah, he's supposed to drive it all the way back to Utah. So we've called my buddy Zach in Moses Lake, Washington. Zach's got a truck. The deal is, if we get Hillbilly a Harley, he's driving the thing back to Utah, or he's riding it. So I told the guy, hey, no problem. Hillbilly will get it to run. So we're headed up there, and Hillbilly doesn't even know it, but he's gonna go fix a Harley today because that's his way home. Let's do this. If we would've went 2 more blocks, look at that. Adventure's first stop. There's a Maverick right there in Washington. Dang it. Hillbilly.
I'm napping.
Oh, he's asleep. Okay. Let's let the baby get some precious sleep. Going across Washington, there's a lot of cool little towns. We just passed Wilbur, Washington. There's so many bikers. We've got a whole slew of Harley drivers behind us. Really cool old towns, little buildings everywhere, old antiques, old cars. Pretty nice country around here. Hillbilly, guess what?
What?
There's a damn dam!
Holy crap, that is crazy.
I'm glad we don't have to go over it because I hate bridges.
That is super neat.
Hillbilly, look what we're going over.
We're going on a bridge and
I'm live. Look at my phone.
look at all the old wrought iron. All the old rivets.
Oh.
About fell through. Hillbilly, what's wrong?
I'm looking at Onyx.
Why? You scared?
No, see what that bridge is called. The banks are called, the bank of the Columbian River, which is the river we passed, is called Corps of Engineers, is what the bank's called, along the whole bank.
I believe you.
Thanks to Onyx, I found out exactly what that dam is called, and it's called the Grand Coulee Dam. C-O-U-L-E-E. Dam.
I think that's Cooley. Current situation. We are 12 miles from Omak, Washington. I've never seen so many houses with cars around them in my entire existence on this earth. I thought I had a lot of cars. These people up here, they collect cars. 10 miles out, 12 miles, whatever, and then we're headed over to look at the truck.
Now I'm looking for wildlife.
Looking for that wildlife. Gonna go fishing. We'll be there soon. So we have made it to Omak, Washington. So we're in a really weird predicament. We are sitting at a gas station. I've tried to call this guy, he's not answering, he's not responding to text, but I do have an address. So we're just gonna go over there. Gosh, literally we just flew across, well, not across the country, but up the country. We're almost by Canada. There is no turning back. We're going to the guy's house and we're gonna go get this truck. Be there?
We're going to this truck. Robby says we're going to take this truck. We're going to
Yeah, that's true. We're gonna go look at this truck. So we're not even dead set yet. Anyway, I'm getting a little frustrated, but whatever. Let's go. We hunted the guy's house down. I believe his name is Rick. I don't see a truck here.
Might be in the garage.
Okay, well at least one of us have a brain. God. Hello, you must be Rick.
I am.
I'm Robby.
Robby, nice to meet
Nice
you.
to meet you. Well, we came a long ways to look at this truck.
You missed it by that much. It went out this morning.
No way.
Yeah. Guy said, here's the cash.
Serious?
Yeah. I had no idea.
Well, shut that off then. There's no point in... Well, it has a long ways to come from nothing.
I had something in the garage. Hillbilly might be interested in. Push the button, huh? Yeah. And that's a small one.
What the heck is that?
That's a Triumph TR, or a Rocket 3 Roadster.
Oh, good, at least it's not Harley.
Like that one is.
That one up there is.
So they do have a Harley.
God. Yeah, they don't have it.
Go look at it. It's a 1998 Springer Softail.
Can I hear it run?
So I keep it on a battery tender. So this is a 127 cubic inch motor. You know, you're a Harley guy.
Yeah, you can smell bad gas in it.
I drained it all out and I put fresh gas in it this morning. 6-speed. It's got chain drive rather than belt drive because the belts can't handle that power.
It all sounds super cool, but a little bit too out of our price range.
Well, you haven't heard the price yet.
You haven't even said it's for sale. I thought we were just looking.
I have a deal for Hillbilly. If he wants that bike, it's his. Free.
You're kidding. That's awesome.
Surprise!
We've been doing this for a year.
A year! Should we get him a Harley for doing I'm a Little Teapot? If we can get 2,500 comments, I'll find him a Harley and we'll go get it.
You watched me embarrass myself. I need your guys' help to get me my Harley.
So right after that video went out, Rick hit me up, said, hey, this is the deal I've got this bike. I want to give it to Hillbilly. And we've been working this out and trying to make this happen. Last year we got snowed in. Remember last year we were coming to look at a truck?
Yeah.
That was for this.
So there's really no truck.
There's never been a truck.
This is between him and me. We worked it out to get you here.
So do you want it?
So sweet of you.
Duh.
There's one deal.
Duh.
You have to ride it home.
Gotta get a license and
It's
insurance.
licensed and insured.
It's licensed and insured on mine until
ready.
you get it home, and then
But-
you call me, and then
Then he'll take it off.
I've already got it all set up with my insurance and everything.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. Thank him.
Thank you.
Thank them. Thank everybody.
Thank you.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
This is exciting.
We
We appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Like, you guys are. This is exactly why we do what we do. I mean, for stuff like this, I mean, we really do genuinely appreciate it.
He reminds me so much of me. Well, we're both Class A CDL drivers. We're both motorcyclists, and we're both mechanics. Well, I'm too stove up and stuff to do it anymore.
It's called old age.
You know,
Probably
it'll
'cause-
it'll creep
Probably
up on
because the way I am now is the way he is now. The way he is now.
Yeah.
Young,
Yeah.
dumb, and thinks do everything.
I tried to help my sister-in-law with her lawnmower the other day, and I ended up with that.
Here's the situation. At breakfast, he texted me and said that it's not running. And I texted back, he'll be able to get it to run. Don't worry.
Right now it sounds
Want me
good.
to
I can
get
only
it?
imagine what it sounds
Can I
like
get
when
my
it
phone,
runs
would you?
at top
Yeah.
notch.
A month ago, I was out and let it warm up. It ran for 10 minutes. Well, until the heads got hot,
Yeah.
it ran perfect.
No, I have faith. I think Hillbilly can figure it out. That's the stipulation is you got to be able to drive it home. So you got to make it run.
I guarantee. I put a $100 bill on it. It'd take me about an hour. Just pull a carb, clean the jets out of the carb, and
1 hour. We'll see. You got 1 hour to make it run, or we're leaving you.
well, if you leave me, then I have no choice but to drive it home. Get ready to drive it home. And so get it to where it'll start revving up a little bit.
And you can break
Wide
through
open
it.
throttle.
Oh, so
Cover
it
your
sucks.
hand and it sucks whatever's in the jet through.
Well, you got 1 hour, so I don't care what you do. When the clock starts,
TikTok.
let's get it out, and then I think Hillbilly needs to make a phone call home to somebody. You're a Mopar guy.
Yes, sir?
I like you even more.
There's a big problem.
What?
We got all the way up here and there's no truck. The guy already sold it.
I can tell when you're lying.
I promise. There's no truck. That's not the reason we came up here.
Okay.
This is.
Whatever.
This has been planned for a year. Thanks to this guy and his wife. This is Hillbilly's wife.
Did you know about it?
No.
We've been working on this deal for over a year with
been
Robby, and I wanted it to be a surprise for Hillbilly, because he's wanted a Harley for so long. No, he's got one.
Thanks to them.
But the only way I can have it.
He has to ride it home 1,000 miles.
That's way cool.
So if you want to ride it without the saddlebag, you still have turn signals.
So this is a picture of the day that Rick picked this up. It's a 98 Harley Davidson FX STS on July 9th, 1998. He's one owner, it's got 97,000 miles, and he's put every single mile on this bike himself. That's pretty cool. We need to push this thing out and see if we can't get it to run. Hopefully ride it around, clear the carburetor out, and get this thing on the road so we can get back to Moses Lake. You sure you know how to ride this?
Oh yeah, if I remember right, one of the impounds we did, you called me from camping to ride a bike in, so we didn't have the proper stuff at the time to tow it in.
Hey, I know my limitations, and it ends at 4 tires.
What about 3?
Oh, stick to 4. Here it is in all its glory. Hillbilly's gonna try to get it cleared out. We're gonna see if it'll drive. So again, thank you, Rick and Christy. You guys are awesome for doing this for Hillbilly. So as soon as we get this thing running and driving, you gotta get a helmet, some riding gear, and we're hitting the road. All right, now your hour starts.
Which I noticed it's both directions.
One is accessory and the other one's on, so turn it to your right. Set your compression.
Is it out of gas?
Is the gas turned on?
It's on. It has gas. This side's almost full, so it should.
It should pick it up off the main.
So by trying to start it, we overheated the ground. So we're gonna run and get a new battery. This battery was put in yesterday, but you know what, sometimes this is how it goes. So we'll hurry and rip it out and go get a replacement.
That's supposed to happen?
No.
It's smoking.
Did you get another battery?
Another brand new battery. The other one was new, but not quite as new as this one. Because it was got yesterday, this one was got today.
You got a new one every day. Look at this wire that might have been under it. These power sports batteries have little half moon washers. That is going to get these wires completely flat. Right now we're hitting the plastic, and that could have been what the deal was before. And these wires get a little bit toasty. Once they get toasty, they get melty.
And they get toasty quicker when they're not making 100%
Perfect
full contact. Okay.
We just drained all the old gas out of the carburetor. Oh, it's leaking.
Why is he hitting it?
We think that the float is stuck now. The float inside the carburetor, when the fuel comes in, it stops and plugs it off. There's fuel coming out the overflow now. But we think that it's got good gas in it now. You don't happen to have spare spark plugs, do you?
Or a spark plug socket, we can.
I have spark plug sockets.
We're gonna pull the spark plugs out and dry them up. We think it's just overfueling. We don't really know. We're kind of going through the steps right now and hopefully we can figure this out. If not, we got to call our buddy Zach. He'll come up with the trailer and we'll take it to Moses Lake and deal with it there. The goal is to drive it. We're leaving Rick's real quick. We're gonna run over and get a helmet for Hillbilly. Rick has some riding gear that he's gonna let Hillbilly have. And then what we'll do is we'll just stop on the way and get him some full leathers, get him everything he needs.
One thing that we don't need is a vest. We just gotta get the slow roller gang started and I can have my vest.
For the ride home, we wanna make sure you have everything you need to be safe. We're gonna go get that helmet and then come back and hopefully we can get this thing on the road and head to Moses Lake. So how do you feel? Like, honestly?
Honestly, I'm still trying to process it. You know that feeling when you found the charger?
Uh-huh.
How it took you forever to process it? I'm going through that right now.
Good.
And thank you.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. Like, this is from a viewer. This, Rick, is a fan of the channel, and he wanted to donate this to Hillbilly specifically. We're bringing him up here. Yes, we're gonna get him riding gear. Yes, we're putting the pieces together, but this wasn't us. This is a viewer. This is a fan. This is why we do what we do on our YouTube channel. We do it for you guys, and you guys are doing it for him. Super awesome.
And thank you very much, Rick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna enjoy it forever.
And he'll be a second owner, and that's all that bike will get us, 2 owners. So Rick has owned this bike since 1998. In 2012, he put a new motor and tranny in it. It's huge. Anyway, he's driven it, or he's rode it 95,000 miles across this country. All right, so we just got back from Napa Auto Supply here in Omak, Washington, and we're getting excited because we're gonna put new spark plugs in this, but I cranked it over and there's a little bit of gasoline coming out the top of the carburetor, so we're taking this front plate off to try to get access to be able to see what we got going on in here. So shortly, we should know. I gotta get down in here with the socket, take those off.
So where it's leaking gas out of is a plug that's on the back that sits right in front of the choke. So I'm gonna pull the choke out to see if I can see why it's spitting fuel out or what's there to cause it to spit the fuel out.
So basically what we're doing is, we're not sure. That's what we're doing. You know who we could call? We have like a question, we could call Sean, our buddy from Bikes and Beards.
Yeah?
Yeah. Have him fly out here on his unicycle and save us.
You can always FaceTime him.
All right, those are tight,
Not tight.
but not tight. We're gonna try to perform a miracle here. We're gonna pull this carburetor apart and try to not rip the gasket. Oh, it came.
Is it broken?
That's caca.
That is ca. We did it.
Let me see.
All right, so we got it out without tearing the gasket. So my job is going to be to dump the fuel, not on the asphalt.
By the looks of it, it's the idle jet that's clogged. I can't even see a daylight through it. You can barely see a needle thickness. Ew, see that? That's gas varnishing. Dark brown colors, gas that's varnished. See, it's just cracking off. We want to get all that off because it'll flake off, clog up the jets, and it'll be back to where we're at now.
Hillbilly.
What?
You got it.
It went right through, but look at all the little, there's just gunk on my hand.
Yeah, I couldn't see daylight.
This means that there is hope.
Maybe take that out and look at it.
So before I became a car surgeon, I was a real surgeon
On your Barbie dolls?
in my past
In your
life.
dream.
All right, so the fuel in is right here. So there is where
Blow through it.
Ew.
it's working.
Does it taste good?
I'm not going to swallow this.
Ew.
Well, that's gunked up, so now I just gotta clean it out. Robby's already sprayed it with carbon choke cleaner. Got the big stuff out. Now I'm running the torch tip cleaners and making sure every orifice on it is opened.
Is orifice a word?
Orifice is a hole. Like when you go to the hardware store and you ask for parts for your gas burners, stoves, you have to know what the orifice is before you can get a new.
I got the gasket off successfully, and I am gonna clean this all up. I'm gonna pull the needle and seat out, and I'm gonna clean the bowl. Have you guys ever cleaned a carburetor in a driveway, in a different state, with borrowed tools?
Yes, not this one, but others, yes.
I've done all those except in a different state, and the driveway was gravel. Like 90% of my childhood, that's where I rebuilt carburetors, was in the gravel. Didn't have no fancy black top or concrete. It was all gravel or dirt. Whoa. And I found another jet.
Be very, very careful. It's flowing. Nice. So proud of myself. It's the first carburetor I've ever rebuilt. I've pulled them apart and I've never put them back together.
I wish I could say it's my first. I mean, it's my first on a Harley, but it ain't my first carburetor.
When this works, you're gonna be proud of us. Do not reuse gaskets at home. Only in dire situations when you're trying to drive 1,000 miles across 3 or 4 states. Then reuse gaskets. Say it, say you need me.
You want to put that screw in for me?
Say it.
Well, hurry, we gotta see this fires.
You need me to do what?
Finish your job by putting that screw in.
You need me?
The screw that I can't
Wait,
reach.
what? You need that screw in?
Yeah.
What? Say it.
That screw needs to be put in.
By who?
By Mr. Small Hands. Someone's baby hands, and that's not me.
Since we've got the carburetor all cleaned out, we think that the cylinders are full of fuel. We're gonna just pull the spark plugs real quick, blow all the fuel out so that when we go to try to start it, it'll do what it did before, where it'll idle, and hopefully it just continues to idle. So much fuel. You can see, wait, whoa, that one's, might have gapped that one wrong. Ton of fuel out. Have you ever rode a bike that has to have the decompressionized?
No.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
It's a lot of power. Lots of torque.
Pretty nifty, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
So that would mean that you're happy?
I would have been happy if it didn't have that much power just
Admit
because it was
that
a
you-
Harley.
Then admit that you need me. Say it. Say it for everyone in the back. Stop.
How about we admit that we need each other?
No, yeah, well, yeah. Only one side has admitted it.
I just admitted it.
No, you didn't. You said, how about we do? You didn't
Exactly.
Say, you didn't
So, end the conversation.
Nope. It's not good enough.
Okay, your wife needs you.
Is that everybody ready?
Come on, Poopy, start.
Yeah, as soon as we give it
smoking.
gas, it floods it.
And it's smoking. It was smoking.
Where?
Like on the back of that red one.
We're gonna use jumper tape. So I had a feeling it just wasn't turning fast enough. With the 9.8 to 1 compression engine, it just needs to spin to fire. Now we hooked up the jumper cables, and as you can hear, it's running. Do you know what that means?
He's going for a ride.
You ready? Oh, not yet. Shake and bake, baby.
That's Harley flurring.
All right, so Hillbilly's gonna be taking his new Harley on its maiden voyage, and we are so pumped. We've been working on it for like the last 4 hours. This wouldn't happen without Rick and Christy making this dream a reality. So, hit it. Go on the open road, test it out, but come back.
Like, come back tonight or a couple days later?
No, like in 5 minutes. We have 5 minutes. There he goes. Oh!
Oh no!
Well, that was short-lived. All right, let's go see what happened. Well, that was very anticlimactic. Almost.
How's the voyage?
A good workout voyage, if that counts.
Hopefully it doesn't die with him really far away.
He's going. As you can hear behind us, there's Hillbilly. He's out testing that thing out. But thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts. We truly, truly appreciate it. Rick and Christy, the true MVPs of this entire operation. Not only are you helping Hillbilly, you're helping us, you're helping our audience. So they're making his dream come true. It's all because of everybody out there. And we just appreciate it.
What are you waiting for?
Over there. Well, again, thank you guys. We truly appreciate it. This may not be the last time we come around.
Oh, we hope not. We
Yeah,
hope
and
you come
you guys are
back.
more than welcome anytime in Utah.
And we even have a pool.
They have a pool.
You can get in if you want. It's warm.
Don't even offer it to Hillbilly because he'll go jump in. So, cool. Well, as soon as Hillbilly gets back, we're gonna say our goodbyes and we're gonna hit the road because we gotta be to Moses Lake tonight. So after an entire day of hard work, it was time to say goodbye. Rick and Christy sent us off. They took such good care of us for the day. Hillbilly didn't want to say goodbye to Christy, but he knew that he had the open road ahead of him. So we fueled up, got the bike going, got his chaps on. You know, he loves his chaps. And it was time, get that helmet buckled up, get on that bike, and we're gonna hit the road. So after 1 full year of going back and forth with Rick and keeping this a surprise from Hillbilly, I can't tell you. Watching Hillbilly drive through that sunset leaving Omak, Washington, it made everything completely worth it. And then we broke down.
Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs.
Uh-oh. He's dead. It's dead. Come on, pull it over, pull it over, pull it over, pull it over. Just pull it over.
It's like starting but not starting.
Yep. I'll go help him figure it out.
He needs to be jumped
Just sit
again.
here, I think so.
We made it 4 miles and it stopped running. So now they're trying to figure out what is going on. I don't know. We made it 4 whole miles.
Did we? We got 22 miles to go till the next turn. So I just told him, take it easy, let's just get there. It sounds like it's running good. This is an adventure.
Stop number 2.
He's off like a rocket. All right, that was a false alarm. Must have just started over fueling a little bit. He got it cleaned out and we're going again. I don't think I've ever been so nervous in my life. I'm like white knuckling the steering wheel. Slowing down. Here's number 3.
Jump it.
Yep, I'll bet he's got. Make sure you're not leaking fuel.
Make sure you're not out of gas.
Are you out of gas? He's trying to get me to drive it. No, thank you.
Just a little bit.
No, thank you. I like 4 wheels. Disaster averted for a minute. We're gonna make it to Moses Lake though.
We have like 900 miles to go.
We're gonna break it up into sections.
Oh no, we're good.
There's something with the carburetor, but he's getting it going again. He don't care.
We made it like 70, 80 miles and we can't get the motorcycle to start again. I don't know what we're gonna do. Guess we're gonna have to see.
Well, 50 miles from Moses Lake and we don't know what's going on. Now we can't get it to jump. It was going so good for 60 miles.
I just want to show you guys, we're broke down in the middle of nowhere with no service.
We don't know what to do. Like it's not jumping. Check it out! We're going again. We found that the ground wire wasn't connected very well. It was burnt. We cleaned it up with the little crescent wrench. We got the battery to charge up, and we are getting going. So we got our friend Zach on his way to meet us. Hopefully we just don't have to get on the trailer. We can keep going. So take off. We lost the stator on the Harley, but our knight in shining armor, Zach, is gonna be here in about 2 seconds. He just went down the road to turn around. We've been sitting on the road, side of the road for a couple of hours now.
Next time.
Well, we kept going every other time, but
Making a half mile and then stop, charge battery, another half mile.
yeah.
stop.
So Zach will be here in a second. We're gonna load the chariot up on the trailer and head into Moses Lake. Hillbilly, Zach is your knight in shining armor.
Not very shiny.
He's happy to be here. We love you, Zach. All right, so Zach saved the night, like he always does. We're strapped up and headed to Moses.